Hello and welcome everyone to our next webinar. My name is Rebecca Gill and I just want to do a few housekeeping items before we get started with Nellie and the presentation today. You will notice in the GoToMeeting box for yourself that there is a link for the presentation slides that you may download at any time. We will have the video recording of this webinar available and sent out to you via email tomorrow. It'll come automatically and you can watch it at your leisure. And then at the end of today's webinar, we will be having a Q&A session with Nellie. And so if you have any questions throughout the presentation, just drop them in that box. I will collect them and then queue them up for Nellie so that once we get through all of the presentation slides and information, she can answer your questions one-on-one and give you some personal information based on whatever you'd like to know. And so with that, I'm going to pass the control over to Nellie and let her begin.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for putting this together for us. Good morning, good afternoon, CorpNet affiliates and partners. My name is Nellie Akalp. I'm the CEO and founder of CorpNet.com. And today we're going to be talking about how to maximize your revenues as a CorpNet affiliate or partner offering CorpNet's products and services. I want to first take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all of your loyalty and support to CorpNet and for being a CorpNet partner or an affiliate. And really my goal and the reason for why I put this webinar together is really to help you so that you can get the most out of your partnership with CorpNet and really maximize the revenues that you can receive by either reselling our services or referring our services to your current clientele. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and switch slides. A little bit about myself. Again, I've been an entrepreneur and a business expert, professional speaker, published author, and I am also a mother to 4 amazing kids. I've really dedicated my entire entrepreneurial career to helping people like yourselves, entrepreneurs, business professionals, in helping them build their business, or who, if you're representing a client, helping you build your business and really grow your practice by offering services to your clients whereby it's a natural extension of your practice. As CEO and founder of CorpNet, I have probably helped over 500,000 small business owners and professionals get their businesses off their ground. I have a strong following. I publish content on a monthly basis in various different outlets, including Forbes, Accounting Today, Accountex Report, many other accounting websites and business websites that each month are read by over 10 million readers. So great content out there for you to look at if you haven't, and really take a look at my background. And also, if you'd like, we can always provide great content for you and for your clients as well. So today's agenda, for me, the goal for this webinar is, again, to provide you with an overview of CorpNet's products and services, what top performing services we have here at CorpNet that you shouldn't be missing out on, what services you might be missing out on that you may not be aware of that we provide here at CorpNet, and how to maximize your revenue via recurring services offered through CorpNet. We also have free service tools and educational material you can use in your marketing efforts. And we have promotional materials you can use to market the products and services of CorpNet through your own marketing efforts. I will bring Rebecca back, who's our blogging queen here, and she's going to be talking about tips and tricks for finding blogging topics, whether it's through us or through various different other outlets where it could help you build your practice or your business. We will also be talking about automation tools you can use for promoting content and options for getting advice and assistance from CorpNet's team. I also have Amber Surface, who's the director of our sales and partner relations here, who will be available for any Q&A and any questions you have that she can answer for you at the end of this webinar. So moving forward, an overview of CorpNet's products and services offer through CorpNet to any affiliate or partner that's currently an affiliate or partner through the CorpNet Partner and Affiliate Program. Really, what CorpNet's about, we provide business formation and compliance services in all 50 states. Our main line of services, obviously, is to assist anybody, any startup, any entrepreneur, any licensed business professional that represents clients or who wants to market our services to their clients. Our line of services consists of incorporation and LLC filings in all 50 states. We can also help an individual or a professional with obtaining business licenses and permits. We provide registered agent services, and we provide any type of compliance monitoring and annual compliance filing services. All of these services are offered through CorpNet in all of the 50 states, and we can be your business formation and filings partner from the start all the way through the end of any business cycle. For anybody who is looking to start and launch a new business, whether you're using us as a referral partner or as a reseller or as an affiliate referral partner, these are some of the services that we offer that you may not be aware of. And again, we offer these services in all 50 states. So for anybody who wants to start and launch a new business, we provide business name searches, business name registrations, business name reservations. So if you come to our website, right on the homepage of our website, we have a free name search tool that allows you to provide a name you'd like for us to search for. The name of your business. We'll provide the results to you. Obviously, if it's during business hours, if you provide us with the search, we'll conduct a search of the name, and a representative will contact you with the search results within 5 minutes. If you'd like to reserve that name, we offer business name reservation services in all 50 states. If you are ready to conduct your business, but you're not ready to, for example, incorporate a business or set it up as an LLC, and want to advise your clients or, provide fictitious business name filing services to your audience, we provide fictitious business name filings, also referred to as doing business as filings in all 50 states. Most states file the fictitious business name on the county level. We also provide those filings as well in all of the respective counties within that state. Sole proprietorships, partnerships, we set those up. Again, the way to set up a sole proprietorship or a partnership, that's basically the entity name given to the entity structure. So a sole proprietorship is basically one person doing business under their own name or under a fictitious business name. A partnership is two or more people doing business under their own respective names or a fictitious business name. And again, the way to bring a sole prop or a partnership into existence is via a fictitious business name filing. And again, we offer those in all 50 states. We offer incorporation filings, limited liability company filings. If somebody wants to do business in multiple states, they do that via a foreign qualification filing. We offer those. Business license searches and obtainments, reseller permits, federal tax ID number obtainments. If you are operating a business and you need to register your business with state revenue sales taxes and register for sales tax registration or state withholding tax registrations, very important for those who have employees from day one. We offer those services as well. And again, we offer all of these services in all 50 states. So check out our website at www.corpnet.com if you haven't already, or contact your respective dedicated account manager here at CorpNet, and they'd be more than happy to go over any and all of these services with you. And again, if you have questions today, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you, as I have Amber here that can answer any questions for you, or you can contact her at the end of this webinar. For those of you who like to promote our services to people who have an existing business and they want to run the business and stay in compliance. Again, for your clients or for those of you who are affiliates and want to promote us to your audience, we also have business filings and compliance services that are not really related to those starting a business. So it's not only for those who want to start a business. We have filing services for people who have an existing business. And again, we offer those services in all 50 states. Our list of services that apply to people who are already in existence and are running a business consists of, if you need to file an initial report with your state, also called an initial statement of information. We also offer annual report filing services. For those of you who have a corporation or LLC and need to prepare annual meetings of the shareholders meeting or the board of directors, we can prepare those for you and provide those for you customized. We also offer articles of amendments, articles of dissolution, articles of conversion. So let's say, for example, you have a corporation or LLC, or you have a client who has a corporation or LLC and needs to modify some information on there. We can do it for them in all 50 states. Similarly, if they're ready to close down the corporation or LLC, we can dissolve the company for them. If they are wanting to convert from one entity structure to another, keep in mind that tax bill 2018 has caused a lot of rummage around here, and people are considering whether to, convert from a sole prop to a corporation, or a corporation to an LLC, or an LLC to an S corp. So we offer conversions in those states that allow the conversion filing. In those states that do not offer the conversion filing, we can obviously dissolve the company for you and start a new company for you. We also offer reinstatements for those companies that are in bad standing and need to become in good standing and be reinstated with the Secretary of State. We offer reinstatements in all 50 states. And the list goes on. As you can see, this deck is available to you and will be available to you. But the bottom line is we offer all these services not only for startups, but also for people who are already running a business or representing clients who are already running a business. And we also offer 24-hour filing, walk-in rush filing services for any of you who need the services in literally within 24 hours. Our top performing services. Now let's go over that, because this is a frequently asked question that I often get from partners and affiliates, is what are our top performing services that you guys have at CorpNet, and what are the top performing services that we can obviously promote through the affiliate program or the partner referral reseller program that will obviously bring out the most revenue for us. So we're going to go over that right now. Obviously, our business formation and compliance is a very top service for partners and affiliates. So anybody who's starting a business or has an existing business and wants to evolve it into a corporation or LLC, our top performing services are obviously business formations in all 50 states. And that would consist of whether somebody wants to set up a sole proprietorship, again, via what is called a doing business as filing, or a partnership, set up a C corporation or an S corporation, or limited liability company, or for those who are professionals with a licensed with a license from their state board, then we also form what is called professional corporations. Things that are not on this list, but we do also provide, is nonprofit corporations and also professional LLCs. So keep that in mind. We do offer those services as well in all 50 states. Business formation decisions, for those of you who are an active affiliate or a CorpNet partner, don't have to be challenging. In fact, we implore you that if you're not actively using CorpNet's partner program for your clients, to start using it, because it really, you're doing a disservice to your clients by not offering these services to your clients. And really, with all the easy to use easy to use graphs, tools, tables, and content that you can receive from us as your back-end partner. It behooves you not to start providing these services to your clients, because chances are, if you're not going to be offering these services to your clients are going to go to one of your competitors who are, because nowadays clients are looking to go somewhere which is a one-stop shop where they can get the biggest bang for their money. So with that said, a lot of times what I'm hearing from partners currently is we'd like more content as to how to sell business incorporation and LLC filing services to our clients. So what we've done here for you is basically have created a little table that kind of shows you really through your consultation process with your client, what you need to be asking, the questions you need to be asking, and really what is the objective for your clients. And it all really starts with, well, is your client really worried about limiting their personal liability and protecting their assets? And and that's the first question you want to ask your clients. And then based on their answer, you kind of go down the tree, and it really leads you to what they need to know and what really the call to action is. So for example, let's just take a client who comes into your office and their goal is to limit their personal liability, and that's their objective. So obviously you would follow the trail that goes down after they've answered yes to that question. And then you ask the objective as to what is the purpose of their business. Is there, obviously, is the purpose of their business to go public, or is it to obviously build the business and reinvest the profits into the business? And then you pretty much, ask your questions based on the tree and where it leads you. And again, if you have questions on this, if you need interview questionnaires from us, again, at the end of this meeting, save your questions and we'd be more than happy to answer it for you. But this is really just a roadmap for you as far as when a client comes in, what are the questions you need to be asking, and really what you need to hit on to decide what type of entity structure the client needs to form with you and have us on the back end fulfill it for you. What I've done here for you again is, again, based on your request, is kind of done a summary in this table for you as to different types of entity types, what types of state filings are required. So let's just go through C Corps and S Corps. For a C Corp, as you know, it's a business type of entity, and there is a state filing required at the Secretary of State's level in the state that you're planning on forming the C Corporation. With a C Corp is the most formal type of entity. It provides you with liability protection. It is a natural entity on its own, so the shareholders of the C Corporation can transfer interest to another shareholder. The duration of the corporation is unlimited unless it's formally dissolved by filing articles of dissolution with the Secretary of State. With a C Corp, unfortunately, there is no pass-through taxation. However, that's where the S Corporation comes into play. So with a regular C Corporation, when we're talking about the concept of pass-through taxation, what we're talking about here is that with a C Corp, if there are profits that the C Corp is reporting, then the C Corporation gets taxed once at the corporate level, and then once the shareholders, who are the owners of the corporation, receive dividends from the corporation, then the individual shareholders get taxed again. That's the whole concept of double taxation, and how we can avoid that is obviously making an S Corporation election with the IRS to avoid double taxation. And again, with S Corporations, it's just a filing with the IRS. It's not an actual entity structure. The S Corporation starts as a C Corporation, and then for those who want the S Corporation designation, as long as they qualify and meet the requirements that the IRS places on who can be an S Corp. If they meet the election requirements, then they can be treated as an S Corp for tax purposes and avoid double taxation. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what are the requirements to become an S Corp. Again, an S Corp is just a tax designation. It starts as a C corporation, so you file articles of incorporation with the Secretary of State in your state. And then for those of you wanting S corporation, or for your clients who need S corporation status, you have to meet strict requirements and guidelines placed by the IRS. Those requirements to qualify for an S Corp are you have to have up to only 100 shareholders within the corporation. You can only have one class of stock. You have to be, the shareholders of the corporation have to be U.S. residents or citizens of the corporation, and the election has to be made within 75 days of the date of incorporation, or 75 days of when the corporation started doing business, whichever happens earlier. If you miss those deadlines, then it doesn't mean you can't be an S Corp. You just have to wait until the following tax year and make the election by March 15th of the following tax year. Again, lots of information here. If you want more clarification, you can always shoot over an email to us at info@corpnet.com, and we'd be more than happy to go over this information more in depth with you. To kind of continue down this bar, corporations, any type of corporations, they're great because they not only limit your personal liability, they protect you if you have any personal assets. You have the ability to raise capital as a corporation or an LLC, and there is no limitation on the number of owners you can have unless, again, it's an S Corp, and that limit is 100. So this graph is here for you. It's available to you, and we've done a great job summarizing the requirements for each type of entity type. I'd like to now move over to the next slide and again give you a brief overview of our top performing services and the initial filing requirements and the annual compliance filing requirements. So again, we have here sole proprietorship. Typically with a sole proprietorship, the reason why I've put none here, because it's not a requirement. You do not have to file anything with the county. A sole proprietorship is basically one person doing business under their own name or under a fictitious business name. However, if you're doing business under a fictitious business name and you want to start accumulating rights to that business name, then you should definitely consider filing what is called a fictitious business name or doing business as filing with the county in which the business is located. Very similar to general partnership. Difference between a sole prop and a general partnership is just sole prop is one person, partnership is two or more people. And you can see, with these, again, we have listed that, yes, there is by law, you do not have to file something with the state or county. But again, if you have a viable business and if you want to build rights to the name of that business and, really, dot your I's and cross your T's, then we definitely recommend you to file a fictitious business name with your county. Similarly, we go over and, as you can see, we're listing all the different types of entities that require initial filings. For example, take a look at the C corporation. As you can see, for initial filings, most states require an initial filing with the state. 6 states require an initial report with the state. Some states require publication fees. You have tons of annual compliance requirements. So as you can see, C Corp, S Corp, limited liability company, professional corporations, these are your big money makers, and this is how you can maximize your revenues promoting these services through your affiliate or partner program with CorpNet. So now what I want to talk about is, okay, so those are our top performing services, but what services might you be missing out on, and might you be missing revenues on, and also recurring revenues on? So let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute. So compliance is a huge, huge, huge aspect of running a business, and most people are not very uh, they haven't really done a lot of due diligence, and they don't have a lot of information on how important compliance is. There's so much more to compliance than small businesses realize, and business formations and compliance monitoring offer both short and long-term services that you can be providing to your clients, and also maximizing not only your initial revenues, but also your annual recurring revenues. So just because somebody has started a business, it doesn't mean that they're not going to start another business. So you should always be reminding them of all of the types of compliance services that they should be kind of putting in the back of their heads, and you as the promoter of these services to your clients should be reminding your clients of. These are all opportunities for revenue again. And if you're not, for example, if you have a client that has a corporation or an LLC, chances are your client may start doing business under a different name other than what the actual legal name of the corporation or LLC is. In that sense, you may want to educate them on the fact that their corporation or LLC may need to file a fictitious business name. They need to be educated on the fact that if they have modifications made to their corporation or LLC, that there needs to be filings made to the state, and also all the other filings that they need to do to keep the corporation or LLC in compliance. And again, these are all opportunities for you to maximize your revenues when representing your clients or audience. So maximizing your revenue with recurring services. So this is a big one that I want to touch on, because a lot of people are very leery about, what are recurring services. And unfortunately, the industry has given, there's not a lot of reputable people in the industry that provide these services in a clean manner. And it's has always been positioned as type of like, give us your money and bye-bye, we're not going to really service you. It's not the case here with CorpNet. As you know, I've been in this industry for 25 years, and really, when I started my first company back in 1997, I was blessed with the opportunity of being acquired by Intuit in 2005, and there was a lot of cash that was given to us as a result of that acquisition. And the reason I bring this up is because of the fact that I could have really, retired for the rest of my life. So it's really not about the money for me. It's about providing a very much needed service and really educating people as to how to, use our services and also promote our services, because there's an actual need for it. And there's not a lot of people in the industry that provide the services at the level and at the standard that we provide it at. And really our job here is to help you succeed, whether you're an affiliate or a partner. We want to help you succeed, and we want to help you grow your business or your practice, providing the best services out there that's very much needed by your clients. So annual compliance, basically the whole concept of annual compliance monitoring and filings really equals and equates to recurring revenue. Because again, for any type of corporation or an LLC, S corporation, limited liability company, professional corporation, as we talked about earlier, you have initial filing requirements that are required to be filed with the state, and you also have annual filing requirements that are required to be filed with the state. So initially, when we file these documents, your job as the individual, the professional representing your clients, or the affiliate representing your audience is not done. You can still be banking on recurring revenue by reminding your clients that annual compliance filings are due for their business entity or business structure. And this is where you can monetize on and start building great recurring revenue for you and your business. And you can have us as the back-end provider who can help you in building your recurring revenue. Because what is the best and most sexiest aspect of a business when you're building a business is how much does the business have in recurring revenues, because that's really is what's going to go to your bottom line. And let's say, you know, you're building your practice and ultimately you want to have an exit strategy, and some of you may want to sell your company. Well, guess what? If somebody's looking at your company to buy it, if you have great recurring revenue, that's a real green light for them, and that's a huge seller. So if you're not right now banking and capitalizing on reminding your clients and your audience about annual compliance filings and the types of services that you can promote to your clients for annual compliance, please, please, please get your pens out, start writing questions, and let us help you and educate you as to how you can further maximize your revenues by building your annual compliance recurring revenues with your clients. So when you're maximizing recurring revenue, you obviously want to focus on your specific audience and think through the compliance requirements they are currently missing. And the questions you want to ask yourself of who do you serve, what compliance requirements do they need to manage, and what areas are probably being missed. You also want to provide high quality content to educate your audience about ongoing compliance requirements. For example, use third-party tools to help brainstorm content ideas. You can also use our free tools and resources to help your audience. You can set up an editorial calendar so you publish the right compliance information and provide timely content at the right time to your clients. And last but not least, you can show them how easy it is to stay in compliance using our CorpNet's our BIZ software. The BIZ, also referred to as the Business Information Zone, is a free tool that's available to any of you. And we are in the midst of making it API compatible, so we can actually strip off all of our branding for you resellers out there and make it as if it's your own software. So you can basically use this in-house for your own clients. The CorpNet Business Information Zone is a great tool because you can basically join your clients, any of your clients, no matter how many number of different entities they have, and it will start monitoring the business for any type of annual compliance filing, business licenses and permits, and any type of filing that business needs to comply with. And it sends them alerts for the critical due dates and deadlines. So it's a really great service. We're going to actually dive in more into that tool just in a little bit here. So educational materials and self-service tools that we have here at CorpNet for you. Let's talk about that for a little bit. So we have a ton of stuff. And one of the most frequently asked questions I get from partners and affiliates is, well, what can I use to educate my clients as to your services? And really, when they walk in and they have questions as to, well, I'm starting a business, you know, do you guys offer a checklist? Well, guess what? We have a starting a business checklist that you can go and directly download and start sharing with your audience and your clients. It's a free guide written by business attorneys that you can link to or distribute to your audience. It's a perfect startup guide for any small business owner or entrepreneur that may be starting a business. In addition to that, we have a business structure wizard. It's an easy to use free online tool that helps business owners navigate the process of picking the right business structure for their small business. So for those of you who are accountants that are listening to this webinar, enrolled agents, any type of licensed professional who's not an attorney, Some of you out there, I know you always are wondering, oh my God, if I am advising my clients as to which type of business structure is right for their small business, am I giving them legal advice? Well, guess what? We have a tool here that takes care of that concern for you. All you need to do is use this tool, just answer a series of basic questions about your business and financial plans or your client's business and financial plans, and the business structure wizard will recommend the optimal company structure for you or your clients or your audience's business. Again, these links are here and they're live on our website. We have more guides and tools for you. We have our free business name search tool where any of you or your clients can find out if a desired business name is available with CorpNet's free assistance. You request the name search to be done via filling out some information on our website, and then we contact you and provide you with the results of that search, and there is no fee for this. We also have a free trademark search on our website. This is a fast and accurate tool that will search the federal trademark database for trademarks, business names, slogans, anything that you need to search to see if that name is being used federally or if anybody has potentially trademark rights to it. If your audience or your client is potentially wanting to grow the business and protect the name as a trademark in all 50 states. In addition to that, for those that are considering incorporating and want to know all about the incorporation process and the common business structures, such as the corporation or LLC, and the differences and the benefits, the pros and cons, we have an incorporation guide, we have an LLC guide, and again, all of these guides are available to you to hand out to your audience and clients in all 50 states. We have a filing a DBA guide. And last but not least, as I was talking to you, we have our business information zone, which is also referred to as the CorpNet BIZ. The CorpNet BIZ is a free business compliance and monitoring tool open to any small business owner with a new or an existing business that helps you stay on top of the many tedious state filing fees and dues throughout the year for your small business or for your clients. So again, this is a great tool when we're talking about maximizing your recurring revenues. This is where you want to be capitalizing on. This is where you want to be signing up. All your clients' information is within this business information zone so that you can start reminding your clients of what annual compliance filing requirements they need to be, filing with you. And guess what? You don't have to give us your client's information. You can give us your client's entity information and the entity filing date, but list yourself as the contact information, because guess what? We're not here to compete with you. We're here to help you maximize your revenues and help your clients. So if you want us to do all the back end work for you, as if you put your contact information in there about a specific entity type, we'll just give you all the filing information and the critical due dates and deadlines for your clients, and then you can forward it to your clients. We also have other types of guides available to you if you're at the point where you want to build your practice. We have a guide to getting press coverage for your practice or your business. We also have a guide about how to start a blog. So lots of great tools and resources and content. And keep in mind, we also have a blog that we publish content twice a week, weekly, in that blog. And again, we cover any and all aspects of business formation, compliance, all the way from startup to acquisition. Our blog also covers different verticals. For example, if you're an accountant, enrolled agent, or licensed tax professional, we also have a ton of content that's actually directed to business professionals, specifically the accounting vertical. Meeting minutes and templates. Again, this is another huge revenue generator. We have tons of free templates available for creating meeting minutes and compliance documents. But did I mention to you all of these are free? So Our meeting minutes template and resolutions are all free. So if you go to our website and you see all of these different types of meeting minute templates, they're all free and you can download them for free. So there's no charge for this. However, if you need us to customize any of these for you, we do charge a small service fee for it. And again, we would be more than happy to do it for you in any of the 50 states. Again, list goes on as far as the types of templates we provide for meeting minutes and resolutions. And there's a ton of them here. And again, you can locate all of these at www.corpnet.com/meeting-minutes as is stated on this slide at the bottom of the slide. So promotional materials and support. Let's talk about that. Question becomes now, I know, and you've gone over, Nellie, with us about all of your top performing services and you know what they are. So what about promotional materials? How can you help me promote your material? How can you help me promote CorpNet's products and services to my audience or to my clients? And how can you give me support? What type of support can you give me? Well, guess what? We have a ton of great tools for you. If you are an affiliate through Share a Sale, you can grab links on the fly while you're browsing the web at this address. We can also create a custom link tool for you. Again, these are all for those of you who are an affiliate partner of ours through Share a Sale, which is our affiliate network. So you can download bookmarklets. You can we can create we have a custom link tool, and we can also create pages for you as well. We have tons of affiliate banners for you. These banners are not only for affiliates, you can also, for those of you who are referral partners of ours, you can also use these as well. Again, these are our newest 2018 banners, so feel free to grab any of them as you like. They do very well, and they provide us, you know, as we know from our analytics, they're very high converting banners. We, as your partner support, can offer you a ton of support, either whether you are an affiliate partner of ours or a CorpNet referral partner or a reseller. All you need to do is simply pick up the phone, contact your dedicated account manager if you've already been assigned one, and really provide us with your pain points or what you want. Again, through our partner program at CorpNet, we offer two types of options. We offer our referral partner program or the reseller, but again, we are very flexible and our goal is to help you succeed. So if there's a particular program that you want us to create for you or customize an offering for you, again, our goal is to help you succeed, and we're here for you, and we can make that happen. All you need to do is simply pick up the phone or contact your dedicated account manager if you have one. If you do not have one, then contact Amber, and she can assist you. And I want to bring Amber on for a minute. Amber, do you have anything that you want to share here with us in this slide? Because I think this is very critical for current CorpNet affiliates and partners to know that, you know, our goal here is to help them succeed. So I want to kind of give you the floor for a minute and have you take a moment to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about the program to our audience.
Okay. Nice to meet everyone. This is Amber Surface, dedicated, well, I'm the director of sales, but I also work with all of the dedicated account managers. I work with clients and partners all the time myself. If you're ever trying to reach out and get assistance from your account managers and need immediate assistance and they're on the other line, we're always willing and able to get another dedicated account manager to help you, and I'm always available as well. We try to provide every type of service that you guys need to make sure that you guys can get everything done as easy as possible. I'm sure that you guys have seen, if you've worked with us before with our BIZ portal and our compliance alerts, we not only send out emails letting you know what filings are due for your clients, especially when you're white label, but we also do try to call you and let you know and make sure that you are aware of things that are coming up due as well. So we work together here to try to make sure that your experience is best as possible, and that somebody is always available to assist you guys.
So Amber, I have a couple of questions for you. So obviously this webinar is really been created for partners, non-active or active, who have already joined the CorpNet Partner program or affiliate partners of ours through Share a Sale. And the question I have for you is, why don't you lead me through the process as to when person, a professional, or anybody who wants to join our program wants to sign up and joins as a CorpNet partner, whether a reseller or referral partner, once they fill out that application form, what happens after that, after they've submitted their partner application?
So once you've applied to become a CorpNet partner, I go through all of the applications myself first, and then I assign them to a dedicated account manager that will work specifically with that industry or that type of a partner. So we do make sure that they are more capable of answering questions that you may have specifically in your industry. Obviously, we work with a few different types of industries and all different types of partners. So once I assign it to a dedicated account manager, your account manager will either reach out to you by phone immediately and then follow that by an email if they're not able to reach you. At that point, they're trying to schedule a time to chat with you and onboard you into the program, where they can get to know you a little bit better and what your specific needs are, and answer any questions you have as to helping you decide which route you want to go, whether it's referral or white label. Once they help you determine that, they will go ahead and approve you as a partner. Once approved, then the first thing that we always recommend is, if you do have business clients, that you fill out your onboarding. There's actually a template we send you that will give us a list of all of your companies so that we can input them into our system for you and do a free compliance check. The compliance.
So this is, I'm so happy. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So
no.
This is, you've touched on a point that I really want to elaborate on here. So if you recall, we were talking about the business information zone. For those of you who are interested in receiving alerts and compliance due date monitoring alerts and reminders of due dates and deadlines for your clients. If you remember, obviously a big concern for all of our partners here is, I don't want to share my clients' information, and I don't want you guys to be contacting my clients, especially if I'm a reseller here or an affiliate. And that's something that Amber is touching on here, is when they onboard you, if you have, let's say, 100 partners that you want to upload to the BIZ, you don't have to sit there and upload each one separately. If you give us a spreadsheet of the client's information as far as the entity name and the date of incorporation, we can go ahead and upload that for you. That is what Amber is talking about. So I'm going to let you continue, Amber.
Yeah, so in addition to the spreadsheet, and again, as she mentioned, we do not ever contact your clients at all unless you're referring clients to us and we're working directly with them. So when you give us this information, it's simply to put it into your login, so that when you log into your BIZ account, you can see what of your clients have due. The other thing, when you send us the spreadsheet, it not only allows us to upload them all at one time for you, but it allows us to do that free compliance check. And this is critical because this gives you the opportunity to see which of your customers might not be doing their annual report filings. They may not be in compliance and they don't even know. And this happens all of the time. I've had companies send us a list of 50 businesses and they find out 25 of them are actually revoked or in bad standing, and they had no idea, nor do their clients.
And what happens when we give them that information? as to the ones that are revoked and need to be reinstatement. Guess what? That's recurring revenue in your pocket. And that's, again, another way where you can maximize your revenues where you weren't even aware that this was happening with your clients. So great information, Amber. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and move on. CorpNet's BIZ portal. So this is what we're talking about here. And this is what Amber was going through. Again, as you can see, we have all of these company names. The event is basically the type of filing that is due and the due date. CorpNet BIZ portal will give you critical information about any and all of your clients' filing due dates and annual compliance requirements based on the company name. And all of those companies can be listed under you as the main holder of those companies. You as the holder, meaning the CorpNet partner or the affiliate. So let's go ahead and talk about tips and tricks for finding blogging topics. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and bring over my marketing partner on. Rebecca, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to you for this portion of the webinar.
Okay, excellent. Let me just take back screen control. All right. So I've been doing blogging and writing articles for about 15 years, and I use them for a number of purposes. One of them is to obviously bring in new traffic to the website and bring in new prospects and leads and kind of fill that sales funnel. I also use them to provide really good in-depth answers to existing clients to help articulate the importance of something that we are working on. And I would encourage you as I go through this next section to think about both. How could you potentially use blog posts to bring in new traffic and bring in new clients, but then how could you also use them to better articulate the need for business compliance with your existing client base? And this would apply both to partners as well as, those affiliates who are thinking about, what can they write about to really showcase, the content that would highlight CorpNet services. Now, I use a number of different tools, and I want to show you some tools today because I know one of the biggest challenges people have when they think about blogging is, oh my gosh, what am I going to write about? Well, there's ideas all around you, not just the questions that you get from your existing contacts and things that you might already have in a Q&A and things like that, but there's data all around the internet. And I'm just going to show you 3 quick tools that I would like you to be aware of to know that they are at your disposal. So the first one is called Ask the Public. And all I did was go to this site, and they've got a free and a paid version, and I typed in LLC. And as you
Rebecca,
can see,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we are not seeing the PowerPoint. Did you want us to take a look at the PowerPoint?
No, I'm showing the actual tools themselves.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so the first one is, it's this Answer the Public. I just typed in LLC, and it comes back with a number of questions that people around the world would ask about LLCs. And you can change this with the paid version to specific geographical areas, but it gives you a really good idea of what the average person might search for or might have questions about when it comes to, for this topic, LLCs. You can look at things in these tables. You can change it to a visual with a flow chart. And then if you want to, you can actually export this data as well to take this information offline. Now, a number of tools exist, but another great one is Quora. Quora is simply a question and answer website that's grown in popularity over the last few years. Now, there's a number of experts on there who answer questions, and a lot of people who are not so much experts that answer questions. So you could either put yourself out there as an expert and answer some questions, or you could just use it for research. And I want to show you today how easy it is to do the research. So at the top of Quora, I just put in the search box LLC, and I went and had it come back with some questions. And you'll see it is actually starting to give me questions that people ask. What is an LLC? How do I form an LLC? Why is Amazon an LLC? We might not want to write about that one, but it does give you an idea into the thought process of people outside of, yourself. And the cool thing about this is you not only see the short question, the person that asks it will have additional information with their question to give some background information. Then you start to see answers from all the experts. Now you can take some of this information and craft it into a really nice blog post or article and have it on your own site. I'm not telling you to copy this information, but I'm telling you to use it for some thought generation so that you really can get a good feel for questions people ask, some key points and answers, and then have some really good outlines to craft a really well-written article. Now, the other thing I love to use, and I use this all the time, is a tool called KW Finder. You can do a number of free searches each day, or you can also have the paid version, and then that opens kind of the world up to you. Now, this pulls not just search inquiries and keyword ideas from Google, it also is giving you monthly search volumes. And I've been doing keyword research for 15 years, and one thing that has never surprised me is what the average Joe and Jane search for online. What I think they're going to search for and what they actually search for are a lot of times two different things. So this tool will give you a list of these, and it'll give you 700 responses at a time, which is just, it's a great overview, right? And it's going to give you search volumes and kind of push you towards those higher search volumes. But guess what? Those don't always make the best blog posts, and you can actually go and filter your results. I can actually come in here and say, you know what? I'd actually like to see questions or searches people do that don't have massive volumes that I'd have to compete with SEO. I want something that's easier to win. Maybe I only want the searches to be 0 to 200 a month. And I can do that, and then I can refactor my search, and it gives me smaller volumes, which make really excellent blog posts. Another thing I can do is click on the questions and do the query again, and that is going to show me questions people ask. And the cool thing about questions is that in today's search world, questions are becoming more and more predominant. When I started doing SEO 15 years ago, we would search for, as a general public, one word, maybe 2 words if we just got really crazy, but that's not how today's search works. There's voice search, and Google is much more sophisticated, and the general public knows that. So people search with long form questions and really try to get at the heart of what they need help with. These questions make excellent blog posts and excellent articles for people coming into your site, or to share with your existing client base and to really showcase your knowledge and have them understand the importance of compliance. The nice thing about this as well is you can click on any of these items and it will show you who's already ranking on page 1, and you can see kind of some information about them. You can build lists so that you can get some ideas and add things to your list, and then you can actually export all of these to an Excel file and take it offline and create an editorial calendar. And those are just a couple of the tools that I truly love, and I wanted to make sure that you saw them, and I put them in the PowerPoint presentation too, so there was a slide for each one so you didn't forget what they were and what that they do for you, because they do make great marketing tools to kind of help you expand your reach. And you can see that with this slide right here, I just pulled a number of good blog post titles, and that was from the tools that I showed you. And this literally did not take me that long because I had really good tools available to me. Now, say that you got received an email from one of your existing clients asking a question about an LLC or a DBA or something else. You can actually jump right over to that KW Finder, put in the question they've asked or the key terms from that, and then get a plentiful amount of related searches that you might want to target with content. And the goal of this is just to, again, bring new people into your sales funnel, into your world, and then strengthen your relationships with those existing people that you're already working with. And if blogging feels intimidating to you, I really don't want it to be, because once you start, you will realize it's not nearly as difficult as you think it is, because you are a subject matter. You already have this information in you, and available. It just needs to come out in the written word. And these tools make it much easier for you to kind of get started with that and get your feet wet and get going if blogging would be new to you. And so I just wanted to share that, real quick with you, and I'll hand it over to Nellie so she and Amber can continue on with the presentation.
Rebecca, thank you for that awesome portion of the presentation. That was great, and I actually learned a few things myself, so thank you. But I don't have to do it because you do it for me. So moving on, let's go ahead and talk about getting help from the CorpNet team. So as you can see, this is some of our team members here. For those of you who don't know what Amber looks like, Amber is the tallest person on the back, third from, as you're looking at your screen, third from the right. So it would be my husband. Next to him is our director of PR and social media, and then that's Amber right there. So we'd love to help you grow your affiliate or partner program revenue. And as I mentioned to you, our goal is to help you succeed. And again, we can help you in many different ways. One of the things that I have been asked over and over from existing affiliates and partners is, because the business formation services are top performing services, what they wanted from us was an intake questionnaire for clients who are trying to set up a corporation or an LLC. So I've had the liberty of putting together one questionnaire for all of you who are interested, for your clients or audience who are trying to set up an LLC, and one questionnaire for those of you who your clients are wanting to set up a C Corp or an S Corp. So I want to briefly go over this questionnaire with you. It's very straight and to the point. It asks the client basically what state the LLC will be formed within, whether it's a new business registration, the business name, business activity, business address, who's going to be the registered agent for the LLC and their name, et cetera, et cetera. Moving on to who the members of the LLC will be and their legal names, if there's going to be any employees, fiscal year date for the business, and whether the LLC will be filing a DBA trade name for their entity. Similarly, we've put together a corporation questionnaire for you with very similar questions as we asked in the LLC questionnaire. And in addition, obviously, because this is a corporation questionnaire, there will be questions about how much stock the corporation wants to issue out. We always give you defaults and what we recommend. And we also asked whether there would be an S corporation tax designation made for this corporation. Suggested and recommending pricing for CorpNet resellers. Again, this is a huge question that comes up, especially for resellers. And for those of you who are also affiliate resellers. So we've also put together a suggested and recommended pricing structure for those of you who are interested. Again, these are our recommended pricing, and we always say plus state fees and shipping and handling, because again, state fees will vary state by state. Pretty much what we've done is we've created all-inclusive business entity formation and compliance package options for you. This is what we suggest that for those of you reselling our products and services as a white label partner to your clients, that you follow this guideline. This seems to be a guideline that is working, and many of our reseller partners are using, and they are making a ton of revenue from it. Again, if you have any questions, you can always send us an email or reach out to your dedicated account manager, and they'll be happy to assist you. At the end of the day, if you have any questions, again, Amber Surface is our Director of Partner Relations. Her email is asurface@corpnet.com. We've listed her direct number and the office line for you. Amanda Barron is our Senior Partner Dedicated Account Manager. She can be emailed at abarron@corpnet.com. We also have other dedicated account managers that are not listed here. For those of you who have Diana Woodruff or Kevin as your dedicated account manager, Kevin Butler, again, you can reach out to Amber and they can put you in touch with any other dedicated account manager that is assigned to you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hand over the mic over to Rebecca for the Q&A portion of this webinar before we conclude the webinar.
Excellent. So we do have a number of questions, and for those, for you watching the webinar, I know that we are running a little bit over on time. So you are welcome to stay with us while we answer these questions, or if you need to jet off, we will make sure that these are part of the recording that are sent out to you tomorrow. So Nellie and Amber, our first question is, what is the difference between a business name reservation and registration?
Excellent question. So a business name registration can take on many different forms. When you register a business, what we're talking about here is whether you want to register the business as a DBA, as a sole prop partnership, or as a corporation or an LLC. Unlike a business name reservation is for those who want to reserve the business name, but they're not sure what type of a business entity they want to register the business name under. So two very separate things. A business name registration is basically you have the name available and you want to register the business within a specific type of business structure, whether you want to set it up as a sole prop partnership or a corporation or an LLC, whereas a business name reservation is you have the name, it's available, but you're not sure what type of entity you want to set up the business under. So you want to reserve the name within your state so nobody else can grab that name while you're thinking about what type of business entity to put that business name under.
Okay, so our next question is a two-part question. The first part is, when does a business need a reseller's permit?
Excellent question. So in answer to that question, a reseller's permit, also referred to as a seller's permit, is when a business is taking tangible goods and reselling it. Okay, so they're a reseller of actual tangible goods. So let's say you order things from one of my favorite places, and I used to be a reseller as well, is American Apparel. Okay, so you are a clothing business, for example, and you want to resell clothing. Your supplier is American Apparel. They send you that clothing and then you're marking it up and reselling it to your audience. In that particular scenario, you are a reseller. So anytime you purchase from a wholesaler, mark up the price and sell it as a retailer or as a reseller, you need a reseller's permit within the state that you're reselling products and services.
And the second part to that question
and
is,
I'm sorry, we can assist you with that filing in all 50 states.
Okay, so the second part to that question is, how does that differ from a regular old business license and sales tax number listed on the business license?
Great question. Very different from each other. A business license is required by most businesses that need to operate a business. So a business license is, think of it as a driver's license. Okay, so you need to first set up the business, set it up in an entity structure, and then depending on type of the type of business activity that you're conducting, your business may require a license for you to operate it. So that's when a business license comes in. And it's different from a reseller's permit because a reseller's permit is not required for your business if you're not reselling tangible goods and services. Okay, if you're not selling tangible goods, then you don't need a reseller's permit. However, your business may still need a business license to operate the business. Sales tax registration, again, is for a business who has employees or is, again, reselling products and services and needs to charge a tax for it. So three different things. And again, I can go ahead and provide you with much more info-packed information if you want to just go ahead and send us an email on this, and we can direct you to the right content.
Okay, our next question comes from Jason, and it's, for the sales tax registrations, does that include multiple states if they have state sales tax requirements outside the home state and research related to those filings, such as manufacturing or wholesale exemptions?
Yes, we can obtain those in all 50 states. We would have to do a business license research and pretty much find out what type of sales tax registration they need within the home state and in all of the other states that they're conducting business in, and we can provide them with what filing requirements are required for each of those other states as well.
Okay, so Kathy would like to know, do single owner corps need meeting minutes?
Yes, every type of corporation needs a meeting minute. That's an absolute yes. And if I told you no, I would not be giving you good information. And if you're hearing it from other people that say no, that's wrong information. It's a corporation. It's the most formal type of entity out there. And whether you have a one-man corporation or a two-man, whatever, you are required to have meeting minutes. Even if you have a one-man corporation, you have to have those meeting minutes with yourself on a yearly basis and file it away at your principal place of business.
Okay, our next question is from Jason, and it says, does the business structure advisor take into account the new QBID laws?
Yes, it does.
All right, excellent. Alexis would like to know, where can he or she find the promotional materials, worksheets, and templates on the CorpNet site? And I can answer that one. In the PowerPoint presentation that we have in those slides, there's actually links to all of them. I made sure that I included each URL with those different resources so you could easily, quickly use this slide deck to kind of get to those resources and get that great information. And the slides are available for download now. And if you have any issues with that, I'll make sure that I include a link to them in the email that goes out first thing tomorrow.
Wonderful.
All right. Carlton would like to know, are any other products that provide express services other than incorporating?
All of our products that we've listed, whether it's under start or launch a business or under run a business, every product or service through CorpNet can be ordered in 3 different filing speeds. We have standard filing speed, expedited filing speed, 24-hour filing speed, or same-day rush. Actually, it's 4 filing speeds. So we go at your pace. Obviously, with the express 24-hour or same-day options, there are additional fees involved because the state will charge additional fees to expedite the filing, and obviously we can quote that to you if you reach out to your dedicated account manager or Amber, and she can provide those quotes to you.
Okay, our next question is from Carlton, and he's inquiring as to where he can find the affiliate banners. Now, Carlton, if you're an affiliate, they would be within your sales account, and you would just need to search for CorpNet within your account, and then those banners would be available. Nellie and Amber, are they available also to partners? And if so, how would the partners find them?
Great question. So part of the onboarding, during the onboarding conference call with the partner, we onboard them, and during that onboarding process, we provide them with all the promotional material and also a zip file with all the banners if they are a referral partner. Resellers, typically we have white label promotional material that we can provide them with. So everything happens and occurs and during the onboarding process and during the onboarding initial interview. So for those of you inactive partners who have joined the CorpNet Partner program but who have not yet onboarded with your dedicated account manager, that's really where you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck and get access to all of the information you need to start really utilizing the CorpNet Partner program.
And if it's an existing partner, would they just reach out to their primary account manager to obtain any resources that they don't already have available?
Or just reach out to Amber or Amanda. I mean, listen, we're here again to help you succeed. So if you don't know, or if you've forgotten your dedicated account manager, or if you don't want to deal with your current account manager and you want to deal with Amber directly, just reach out to Amber or just send an email to info@corpnet.com and we'll get on it right away and we'll reach out to you.
Okay, and our final question is from Elizabeth. She would like to understand the difference between statement of information and minutes, and if these need to get filed with the Secretary of State.
Okay, so two very different things. A statement of information, also referred to as an annual report, is a time-sensitive filing that must be filed with your state that you originally set up the corporation or LLC with. Again, most states require an annual filing. Some states may require it to be a bi-yearly filing, but the annual statement of information, also referred to as an annual report, is a mandatory filing that has to be filed with the Secretary of State's office in your state. And each state varies as far as the due date and the filing requirements and the filing fees. Again, we can assist in preparing all the docs and filing it on your behalf or for your clients for a minimal service fee, and obviously share in the revenues with you, or you can resell the services as a markup to your clients and have us do all the back end fulfillment work. So that's the annual statement of information. The annual minutes, on the other hand, is a filing that you need to prepare and really just tuck away within your principal place of business along with your corporate records. It's not a filing that needs to be filed at the state office. So there's no mandatory filing requirement that needs to take place with the annual meeting minutes. It's simply a yearly compliance that must be filled out by any type of a corporation and must be filed at the corporation's principal place of business with the corporate documents.
Excellent. So that was our last question, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. As I said earlier, we will be sending an email out with both the video recording as well as a link to the slides, and they will be available to you tomorrow.
And thank you again for joining us. And for those of you who have people who you think may be interested, just like yourself, in joining the partner program, again, for any information about our partner program, you can go to www.corpnet.com/partners. If you have any questions about your current partner program, feel free to reach out to Amber or Amanda, or simply pick up the phone and dial 1-888-449-2638, or reach out to us by email to info@corpnet.com. Thank you again for all of you who are listening to this webinar.